Paige, and today's video is going to be a trying new makeup video. I have a bunch of new products to try out today, and all the products that I'm using will be linked in the description box in case you are interested in checking any of them out. I'm really excited. We've got some drugstore, some high-end, a good little mix of things. Most of the stuff will be a first impressions, but I did supplement with some newer products that I am still testing out. So if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So I ordered a bunch of products from the e.l.f. Mint collection, and I'm going to be using quite a few of them today. We're going to start off with this primer right here. This is the Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I have no idea what the claims of this are, so let's check it out together. It says that this is a hydrating vanilla mint scented primer. Oh gosh. And that it's a jelly texture that works like glue to grip makeup to ensure it stays put all day. Minty fresh skin loving ingredients will help give you a cooling sensation infused with hyaluronic acid and antioxidants. It will leave your skin looking and feeling its very best. So you put this on, you wait 30 seconds, and then you apply your foundation. Okay, let's see how scented this is. Hopefully it's not too scented. I will say that I like the pump. Whoa, wait a second. It's kind of like skipping as I'm squeezing it out, but it looks like the Milk Makeup Hydro Get Primer. Let's go ahead and sniff it. It also feels like the Milk Makeup one. It has a light scent of mint. Hopefully it's not too overwhelming. It has like a super light green tint to it, like the Milk one does. But I will say it smells better than the Milk one. I cannot stand the scent of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but I do love that primer. It's so amazing. And already this is feeling very similar. I can definitely smell the mint, but it doesn't like bother me or anything. It actually kind of reminds me of like a mint flavored alcohol. I don't know why, but I've never had mint flavored alcohol, but I feel like that's what this smells like. I do feel a bit of a grippiness, but it's not as sticky as their Jelly Pop Primer. I like the way this one feels a lot more than the Jelly Pop Primer does. I also like the scent of it better. So far so good with that. I love a good grippy hydrating primer. For foundation, I decided to go in with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. We're going to be using a lot of e.l.f. products today. This I have been trying out recently. I've used it multiple times now. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan. I didn't hate it. It just felt very heavy on my skin. Also, the shade is a little bit too deep for me. This is the shade Light 210 Neutral. It's a little bit too warm toned and like orangey, but usually on camera it looks okay. But yeah, it felt really heavy the first time I used it. I think it had to do with the primer, which was the Jelly Pop Primer. I don't think I like those products together, but if you put this on top of a true hydrating primer, it performs a lot better. A little bit goes a longer way, and it doesn't feel as heavy. So already, like, this skin looks so much better. I just need to get a lighter shade and possibly mix. I'm not sure. This is a natural finish, full coverage CC cream, which I really like, and also has a ton of ingredients like collagen, niacinamide, and peptides, and it's SPF 30. I won't know how this reads on camera until I'm editing, but in person my skin looks straight up orange. So definitely not something I could wear out in public. Like, I would look a little noticeable. I feel like I would be drawing attention to myself. So the shade is still not working for me, but I do love the finish, and even right now it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. I still even have a little bit of extra product. I feel like you can tell how orange it looks. Even though this is marketed as a neutral shade, I don't think that this is a neutral shade. I think this is very warm toned, like orangey warm toned. So just something to keep in mind. I feel like a lot of people had issues getting their right shade, so I definitely like it enough to purchase another and try for a better shade or like one to mix this with. But so far so good. For concealer, we have another new product. This one is from Revlon. This is the Color Stay Full Coverage Concealer. I have it in the shade 005 Fair, and they did send this to me in PR. I don't know if this is a new product or like an old one that they're just promoting, but I personally have never tried it or heard of it as far as I know. The shade looks like it's gonna be really good. I like the doe foot on that. It's sort of like a triangle. But I usually like a hydrating, not hydrating, what am I saying? A light concealer, like light in color, and this looks like it's nice. It's a little bit yellowy compared to what it looks like in the bottle. It looks more like a pink undertone in the bottle, but I still think this should work fine. This says that it is a full coverage concealer, by the way, so we will see about that. I'm gonna blend this out with my bling brushes and Paige Koren collection sponge. I love these sponges so much, you guys. They are amazing. Obviously, I love them. They're my collaboration, but I will have these linked down below in the description box along with my brushes, which I will be using today, as I do every single day I do my makeup. And of course, you can use code PAIGE for 10% off. Like, how cute of a Valentine's Day present would these be? Like, just saying. So far, I'm liking the way that the concealer is looking. It definitely has some nice coverage, and it's blending out really well. So for powder, this should be interesting. I am trying out the One Size translucent powder. It's the ultimate setting powder, and it says this is a super fine 14-hour long wear blurring setting powder made for a light bake to a heavy cake. I love the packaging. I think it's so cute. It is a little bit big and bulky, but I'm here for it. I think it's adorable. So let's go ahead and open her up. I need tweezers. I will say I like that it has this little shield thing to protect it. I love when setting powders have that. I know a lot of people don't, and they just end up like ripping them off. That's what my mom does, but I really like them. So we'll just go ahead and put some of this in the lid. This is weird. So it says it's a super fine powder, but I don't know if you can see. It's in like chunks. Like, it's in big like round blocks. It looks chunky. Oh, I guess it just like mushes? I don't know. Looks a little chunky. I've never seen a powder do that before. It's like literally clogging the hole in here because it's so chunky. Like, I don't, this, I'm not like trying to be dramatic, but like, this looks weird. Like, why does it look like that? Well, we will try to squish the chunks with the sponge and see how this goes. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eye with the sponge, and then I'll kind of do my T-zone. That's what I usually do. And then I'll go in with a brush and just do a light dusting over the rest of my face. All right, so our face is set. Let me go ahead and take a closer look. It definitely looks nice and matte. I feel like it looks pretty good. I would say it's definitely translucent. It doesn't leave like a weird white cast or anything like that. The texture of it is just so bizarre. I've never seen a powder get chunky like that before. So I have some in my hair. For bronzer, I'm going in with the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is newer to me. I got it like a month or so ago, but I actually love this product. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna take some of this on my F23 and just use it to put on my cheeks and the perimeter of my face. By the way, I have the shade 200, and it's really pretty. It's an interesting color in the pan to me for some reason. It looks, I don't know, it just doesn't look like my typical bronzer shade, but I think this is a really nice shade, and it has a nice like satiny finish, so it's not too matte. It still looks really good. For blush, we're going in with this gorgeous Laura Mercier blush in the shade Fresco. I have never used this shade before, but I have used this formula and it is amazing. This shade has like sparkles in it. I'm sorry, my nails look so gross. I'm gonna fix them tomorrow. I just have to go get some acetone or like nail polish remover or whatever to get it off, since it's gel polish, and then I'm gonna repaint them. So yeah, I'm so sorry they look bad because, oh my god, it's been like 4 weeks since I've had them done. But there's like actual little like sparkles in here, and I think it looks really pretty. It's like a neutral blush, which I feel like I normally don't go for such a nude tone, but I thought it would be fun to try out. Usually I like more peachy, kind of like peachy pink warm blushes, but this is more of like a natural nude kind of color. It has a little bit of like a pinkiness to it, but it's actually really pretty. Like, look at that. That is so gorgeous. I love it. I love that so much. Very exciting. I knew I loved the formula, but I actually like that color a lot more than I expected. I love blush, so I put a lot on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do brows. I don't have new brow products, so I'm just gonna use my ABH Brow Wiz and my clear brow gel. Now we're moving on to eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm using my Morphe M173 to apply this. And for eyeshadow, I bought both of the bite-sized mint eyeshadow palettes, so we might tap into both of them, but I will do swatches like on the back of my hand for you guys. I know the mint collection isn't like brand new anymore. I feel like it's a couple weeks old, but I haven't used them myself yet. I actually just took them out of the box that they were shipped in yesterday. So we have this one, which is the Mini Melt Mint Melt. It must be the Mint Melt collection. I also bought this, which is like a little makeup removing circle, like a reusable cotton pad type thing. I have a couple of these from the Creme Shop that I really love, but this one was really cute and I wanted to try the e.l.f. one, so I also ordered that. But I have these two little bite-sized eyeshadows. This one has some browns in it. This one has pretty much all like minty greens, so I'll go ahead and open these up and do swatches, and then we will plan an eye look. Okay, so we are swatching the all green one first, which this one is the Mint 2B, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these shades on the back of my hand. Ooh, that metallic is gorgeous. I love the mint, not the mint, the e.l.f. eyeshadow formula for the most part. I really like their bite-sized formula, and I like their $10 palettes. There is one that's in the shade Sugar Cookie, I think. It's like their hot chocolate palettes or something. I don't know. But they're like 10 bucks. And they had some for the holidays, and I really liked those palettes. I have two of them, but here are the swatches of the Mint 2B. I will say that the metallics definitely swatch better than the mattes. This one is the only like iffy shade. It didn't really swatch too well, but still overall it looks pretty nice. Now I will swatch the Chocolate Mint palette. Here are swatches of the Chocolate Mint palette. So once again, the shimmers look better than the mattes in the swatches, but still overall they look very nice. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and dive in. I think I'm gonna start with the matte mint color in the Mint 2B palette, and I'm gonna put this through the crease. It's literally already time to clean my brushes again, so I'm gonna use my silver collection from the Bring On The Bling collection, which these are actually restocked. They are available now on the Bling Brushes website. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my god, I love it so much. And you can use code Paige, like I mentioned earlier. So this is the E3. This is one of my favorite blending brushes. And we're gonna dip into that matte mint color, and I think I'm gonna keep it towards the inner part. Oh boy, that's very light. It's not appearing too pigmented. I mean, I can definitely see it, and it is a pastel color, so that is something to keep in mind, but I think this will just help sort of blend the shimmers a little bit, so I don't know. I'm gonna, should I go all green? Should I just go all out? I was gonna use the brown colors, but I think I'm just gonna go all green. We'll see how it goes. These colors sort of remind me of the Emerald Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty, which I didn't love my eyeshadow when I used that palette most recently, so I don't know, maybe I just don't like mint green eyes, or I don't know, maybe I just don't know how to use pastel eyeshadow. But you can definitely pack this on and it's like building up for sure. So we're looking good. Now I'm going to, actually, we're gonna take this all the way through the crease, because I was gonna go in with brown, but we're actually going to extend that out towards the tail of our eyebrow. And then we're gonna go in with the darker matte in this palette and put that in the sort of outer corner and then slightly blend it into the crease. I'm using that same brush, dipping into the darker matte green, and I'm just tapping this in the outer corner just to kind of like place it there. And then I'll start doing a little flick motion to slowly start blending out the edges and just kind of diffuse it together. That shade is definitely more of like a blue green. It's really pretty. I'm actually liking the way that those two colors look together. I think, oh no, I should use the green shimmers. I was gonna say I really want to use this like shimmery cream color, but I should use these green colors here because they're stunning. I also wanted to mention that there is a little bit of kick up in the pan, but I'm getting virtually no fallout. Like there's a teeny itty bitty bit over here, but for the most part no fallout, which is fabulous, especially when you're using like colorful matte shades. I'm gonna kind of wipe off my brush and go back into that mint color because I feel like we're missing a little bit of that in this outer part here, but so far so good. I'm really liking the way that this is looking. Now I will say green is not my go-to eyeshadow color. I don't think green looks that great on me, but I think that these palettes are really cute, and I do like the color schemes. Like I think they're very cohesive. I guess we're pretty much gonna stick to this one. I don't know that I'll use the chocolate mint palette, so I'll try to stick to just this one and see if I can get a whole look with this. I'm gonna just, should I take my finger or should I use a brush? I'm gonna use, oh my god, I literally almost poked myself in the eye. The bristles like nicked my eyelashes. That was so scary. This is the E25 from my collaboration with Bling Brushes. I'm gonna go into the darker matte green, this one here, and see if we can apply this with a brush. I might have to use my finger, but I'm gonna try to put this on the center of my eye. Yeah, I don't think that a brush is gonna work with these. They're kind of like hard. They're not soft, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of hard to pick up the product onto a brush. So I think that this formula definitely works better applying it with your finger, because like look at that. Like that pigment and payoff is insane. You just have to use a different application method, but ooh, I love that. That's so fun. And not to mention, these palettes are only like $4, which is crazy. $3 or $4. I can never remember if they're $3 or $4 for some reason, but super good price. I think they're really nice quality and totally worth it. Also, they don't just have these mint ones, they have a ton of other ones. I think I have like every single one. I think I ordered like, at least from the initial launch, I think I ordered all of the shades. So I kind of almost applied that to my entire lid except for the very outer corner, just to like keep that depth there. And now I'm going to probably take my pinky and go into the lightest shimmer right here. And I'm gonna try to put that on the very inner part of my eye. Whoa, that is gorgeous. Like this is what I consider a really pretty metallic shade. I recently used the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay and I was very unimpressed with the shimmers. And I mean, I know that it's like, you know, those are more neutral, natural palettes, but still I remembered them being like shimmery. But the shimmer that I used was no longer shimmery. So this is more my preference. So that is absolutely stunning. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of that same color on an E22 and I'm gonna put this on like the very inner corner of my eye, like right in here, just for like a little pop. I think that's really pretty. I'm kind of like digging into the pan to get some kick up, and then I'm tapping my brush into the product that has loosened up just so that I can apply it easily. So for eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, mascara, what's wrong with me? It's late, guys. It's been a long day. It's 8:26 p.m. I never film this late. But I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris Air Volume Mega Mascara. I mentioned this in a few videos recently. I've used it like 3 times, or maybe 2 times actually. No, 3 times. And this will be my 4th. So far I've been loving it. I'm going to go ahead and start applying it. I will say, it does have a scent. Someone commented on my video and said that they couldn't stand the smell of it. And I was like, I didn't notice the scent, but when I smell it, it definitely smells like mascara. Like there's certain mascaras that smell more than others. This one definitely is scented. I just don't know how I didn't notice it the first time. but you can definitely go overboard with this. You can get a little clumpy and spidery if you're not careful, but it makes your eyelashes so black, so voluminous. The one thing that I will mention is that I wore this for the 3rd time, and I wore it for probably like 4 or 5 hours, and I didn't have any eyeshadow on, and I also didn't have any powder or anything on. I just had concealer like all over my face and mascara and then my brows, and I noticed that there was like little lines right below my eyebrow where my lashes like touch my brow bone right here, and so it had kind of made faint black lines. I'm not sure if anyone has ever experienced that. I'm sure you guys have. It's sort of like mascara transfer, but it wasn't like it was still wet. Like it wasn't black. It was like a faint kind of like gray line, but it was definitely noticeable. So it did transfer on me when I didn't have any eyeshadow on, which that actually happens to me quite often, I feel like. I don't know if it's because my eyelids are like oily, and so it kind of makes the product want to transfer, but that is something that I noticed, and I only noticed it that time, and the difference there was that I didn't have eyeshadow or any sort of powder like setting my skin. But look at that, that looks so freaking good. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and then I will be right back. For highlighter, we're gonna go in with this one right here from Ofra. This is in the shade Star Island. I'm not sure if I've used this before, but I definitely have quite a few Ofra products, and I don't use them enough. So we're gonna go in with my favorite highlighter brush in the entire world, the F25 from my collaboration. And we're gonna tap into this and see how it looks. It looks like it has a little bit of like a yellowy golden tone to it, but it's still very light. I went in with like a teeny tiny bit there, and that's looking really pretty. In the pan you can kind of see it has a little bit of like a yellowy champagne-y color, but it's not like gold. Like this still is very light, which I personally like because I do have fairer skin. Fairer? That's a weird word to say. Fairer. I feel like that sounds weird. I have a fair skin tone, I guess. So I like a nice bright highlighter that is gorgeous. I knew I loved this formula. I just didn't know if I'd ever used the shade before. I really want to get Rodeo Drive. I feel like that's the most famous shade from them. So I definitely want to try Rodeo Drive, but I do have quite a few different highlighters from them. I have like the Nikki Tutorials ones, the Space Baby and the Cloud 9. But I want some more of their like regular shades. So this is definitely really pretty, and I love it so much. I don't have a coupon code with them or anything, but I know a lot of people do. So if you do plan on ordering anything from Ofra, definitely like Google up like coupon code or something, because a lot of influencers have those. So, you know, gotta love supporting creators while also saving some money on makeup. For lips, I have a couple of these e.l.f. glosses. These are the lip plumping glosses from the Mint Melt collection. I have Mint Sprinkle, which is this sort of like glitter gloss. It's like a clear gloss with purple, blue, and green glitter. And then we have Mint Chocolate, which is more of like, you know, a lip color. I don't know, it's not like a clear one. So I'll go ahead and swatch these on the back of my hand just to see their pigment. So there is Mint Chocolate, and then I'll swatch Mint Sprinkle. My lips are so dry. They're still so dry from my lip swatch video. So there are the two swatches there. They're both really pretty. I think I'll go in with the more like natural one, Mint Chocolate, just because I feel like our eyes are already a big statement. So I'm gonna put some of this on. This is a really pretty color. I like that a lot. I also like their lip plumping gloss formula. I have one. These are like smaller tubes, but I have one of their lip plumping glosses, and I think it's in the shade Champagne Dream or something like that, and it's really pretty. But I really like this. Very natural, has a little bit of that minty flavor slash sensation. Gorgeous, I love it. And then our very last step, I believe, is setting sprays. So I grabbed this one. This is from Pop Beauty. I haven't tried a lot of their products, but they do send me PR from time to time, and I wanted to try this out for some time now, so I thought today would be the day. This is the Makeup Magnet Mist, and it's an energizing makeup spray, so I thought this would be good. It says it has vitamin C, licorice, and caffeine. It says it fixes makeup like a magnet to the skin, and it delivers hydration and nutrients, ensuring all day makeup stay. So hopefully the sprayer on this is good. Ooh, okay. It reminds me of the Pixie sprayers. Very similar. Ooh, you get a lot of product, but it's still like a decently fine mist. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then we will be back for final thoughts. Alright you guys, so here's the finished look. I am loving the way that my makeup is looking. Normally I'm not a green eyeshadow person, but I feel like this looks so pretty. And I feel like it kind of complements my eye color. I don't know, I'm just really liking it. Like I love the eye look. Like I love it. Specifically the colors. I'm not trying to like brag on my skills or anything. It's pretty simple eye look, but I think that the colors are so gorgeous together. So from the beginning, the primer, honestly, I love this primer. I like it better than the Jelly Pop primer, which I think, yes, I have this in my everyday makeup drawer. I've been trying it out. I love the way it performs, but I don't like the scent of it. It's sort of like a watermelon cucumber scent, and it's super sticky. This gives me that like grippy, hydrating feel with a better scent. Still, I wish it was unscented just personally, but I like the scent better, and it's less sticky, like unnecessarily sticky. So this is amazing. I am already a huge fan of this primer, and it's definitely a lot cheaper than the Milk one. I know there's a lot of dupes for the Milk one. I think the Jelly Pop was supposed to be a dupe, but I think this is a closer dupe, and I love the packaging. I think it's so cute, and I did order these e.l.f. products from the e.l.f. website, so this is a hit. I love it so much. The Camo CC Cream, the more I try it, the more I like it. I just need a better shade. Like that's just it. I need to find another shade, so I will be placing another order from e.l.f. If you guys have any other e.l.f. recommendations, please let me know in the comments down below so that I can place an order. My lips are starting to burn in a good way, but I want to place an order and possibly pick up a new shade or two of this so I can find my perfect match. But the more I use it, the more I love it. I love the finish of it. It's very full coverage and it feels nice. Like the first time I tried it with the Jelly Pop primer, it felt super heavy and like ugh on my skin, but I feel like I don't even have anything on my skin right now. So this combined with this is a super awesome combo. The concealer, I actually really love it. I think it has very good coverage. I feel like I would like an even lighter shade if they have one. I'm sure they do, but this is the shade Fair, so if there's an even lighter shade, I would probably go for that. But I love the formula, full coverage. It did give me a little bit of brightening, and it's not creasing under my eyes at all, so definitely a hit here. I also have the Revlon Color Stay foundation that I've been dying to try. I was going to use it today, but I figured it would be better to try out this product with the other e.l.f. primer, so I will be trying this out soon and letting you guys know my thoughts. This is a natural finish foundation. Is it full coverage? I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I definitely want to give that a go. The powder is really nice. I feel like it did a really good job at setting my makeup. The chunkiness is bizarre to me, but it didn't hinder the application at all, so weird texture, but I actually really like it. I like that it doesn't have a white cast, and it seems, you know, natural. You can sort of choose if you want to go all out and bake or use it for like a lighter setting and look, you know, not so cakey. So I do like that about this powder. Also, once again, the packaging is so cute. The bronzer, I already knew I loved this bronzer. I think it's gorgeous, and I never see anybody talking about this. Like, even when I bought it, like, since then I've never seen anybody talk about this product. The blush, I love. This color is so pretty, and I'm glad. Look how good that looks with this lip color. I'm glad we went with a more neutral blush color because our eyes are like green, so I think it complements it very well. It also complements the lip color. I love the highlighter. I knew I loved the formula, but once again, I really like this shade. I just still want to get Rodeo Drive. The eyeshadow palettes, so cute. This is the one that I used, the Mint 2B, and this one is probably my favorite. Like, out of the two, just looking at them, I kind of like the all mint one better, and I love the eye look that I got. Super great quality, basically no fallout, and the metallics are just so awesome. undeniable quality right here, and for a good price. The mascara, I love this mascara. The brow products weren't new, but I do love these a lot. And what else? The lip gloss I really like. I already knew I liked this formula, but this shade specifically is really pretty. I think this would look pretty over like a liquid lipstick or something, but just like green glitter on your lips is a little bit different. I wanted to keep things calm on the lips once again to kind of balance out the crazy eye look. Not that this is crazy, but it's definitely, you know, more colorful than normal, I guess, at least for me. And then the setting spray, I actually really like it. I felt like my skin was looking a little bit dry, like just a little bit. And then I sprayed this and I let that set in, and I think my skin looks a lot more natural. Like, you can still obviously tell that I have makeup on, but it definitely gave my skin a little bit more life and like moisture without, you know, making me oily right away. So I think this is a really nice makeup mist. I like the nozzle on it. It's powerful enough to do something, but it's also not like a water gun. So I feel like I flew through those, but that was everything. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. All of the products will be linked down below in the description box, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And yeah, don't forget to tell me some of your favorite e.l.f. products in the description box so that I can purchase some when I place my next order. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!